Welcome everyone. You reached Grandma Mo. Appreciate it if you can hit that subscribe button for me so we can grow this channel. So we cover the WNBA games, and this one, boy, these two teams have really had some epic games. And this was no slouch. Jeez. I don't even know what to say. They're like Seattle. Oh my goodness. Seattle's lost the last 4 games. They were in like 4th place. They've now dropped to 8th with this loss. The Sparks, who have been playing really well, and Seattle's not playing bad. But, oh my goodness. This one. I'm feeling bad for Seattle. I mean, hella, great game for the Sparks. They pulled it out. Seattle made some trades, and, they have Brittney Sykes. And Brittney Sykes had a good game in this one. But, boy, it wasn't enough. That's the thing lately for Seattle. It's just not enough. They're not getting enough. They're close. I mean, they had the last time these two teams played, they went to double overtime. It was just crazy. Seattle started out well, but the Sparks get the 94-91 victory, and it was down to the last seconds. I mean, Seattle had the ball, with 5 or 6 seconds left, and the pass ended up getting intercepted by Julie Almon, and it ran out the clock. Seattle's just got to be heartbroken. They are right there, and they are just not getting it. So you look at this score from quarters. You had Seattle went out to an early lead. They were up pretty big. They were up 12 points in the first, 26-14. But then the Sparks came right back, and they outscored them 32-19. Then Seattle in the third, 24-22. They took it back a little bit. But then the Sparks just outscored them 26-22 in the fourth to get the 94-91 victory. And it's weird. You look at some of these team stats. Points in the paint. Seattle had more points in the paint, 46-38. And the Sparks are tall and fast. You would think that would be different. But Seattle is also tall and fast. Second chance points. 21-12 Seattle over the Sparks. But fast break points, 23-12. So the Sparks were catching them on fast breaks. But Seattle had a 16-point lead. That was their biggest lead. So that would have happened right in the early part of the second quarter. And then the Sparks had 20 turnovers. And Seattle got 24 points off that. Seattle only had 14 turnovers. Sparks got 16 points out of that. So you look at this column of stats, and you would have thought Seattle won. But here's the big thing. Team shooting percentage. Sparks, 53%. They were 51% from 3. Seattle, 47%, which isn't bad. But they were only 37% from 3. They went to the line 9 times, and the Sparks went to the line 13 times. So there wasn't a big difference there. Rebounds. Seattle had 32. The Sparks had 30. So, it was a close game. So, very, very even. So, Brittney Sykes was the leading scorer, but she took 21 shots. Skylar Diggins took 18 shots. Malonga took 12. NECA took 12. And then you had Gabby Williams only taking 5 shots, and Ezzy only took 5 shots. Let's see. Erica Wheeler only took 4. She's been one of their leading scorers. So, bringing in Brittney Sykes, she took away time from Erica Wheeler. I mean, they both played a lot. But I'm seeing a lot of 30 minutes there. And they had 2 other players on the bench that they could have spelled. like 34 minutes, 34 minutes, 31 minutes. That wears on people. I mean, Skylar Diggins is 30, I don't know, 35, something like that, 36, and she's playing 31 minutes. I mean, she's in great shape, but still, you're going to wear them out. And Seattle's fighting for their lives right now. Gabby Williams only had 5 points. She was 2 for 5, 1 for 3. She's such a good player, and I don't know, something's not right with her. Like, she's still getting her steals. She has a lot of steals. I think she leads the WNBA in steals. And she had 2 in this game. She had 3 assists and 2 rebounds. She was 1 for 3 from 3. But she's only taken 5 shots. Like, I don't know. NECA, 15 points, 10 rebounds. You know, she's still rolling along. She's playing really well for them. She shot 41%. She was 5 for 12, 1 for 4 overall. She went to the line 4 times, made them all. Ezzy only had 2 points. She had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, but she was 1 for 5. She's missing easy shots for them. I mean, she only took 5, but you know, she should have made at least 4 of those. But she's missing those easy little chippies. Brittney Sykes, 27 points. She had 4 steals in this game. They had 13 steals as a team. That, you know, that's part of that 20 turnover number for the Sparks. But she had 5 turnovers herself. 3 assists, 1 rebound. She was 11 for 21, which is 52% overall, which that's good. She was 3 for 7 from 3, 42%, 2 for 2 at the line. Then you had Skylar Diggins, 17 points. You know, it's funny. Watching the game, I didn't think Skylar Diggins, I was actually surprised to see that number. It didn't seem like she scored that much. But she also had 6 assists. She had 2 steals, a turnover, 2 rebounds. She was 3 for 6 from 3. 7 for 18 overall, which is 38%. That's not great, especially when you shoot 50% from 3. So she missed some shots. And then Dominique Malonga, she is everything that they were saying she would be. You know, down the road, she's going to be very tough. She goes strong to the hoop for a rookie. And I keep waiting to see her dunk. I guess we'll see that at some point. I mean, she's had some opportunities, but she just lays it up there. She ended up getting a lot of fouls, though. She had 5 fouls. But she also had 11 rebounds. So you had 2 players with double-doubles for Seattle. She had 1 assist, 3 turnovers, 1 steal. She was 9 for 12, so she was hitting those little shots. She even hit a 3, which I didn't even realize was in her bag of tricks. 1 for 2 from the foul line. Then Erica Wheeler only had 5 points. She had 3 steals, 2 turnovers, 2 assists. She was 2 for 4 overall. She took a 3 and missed it. Tiffany Mitchell, they put in for about 5 minutes. She had a turnover, an assist, and a rebound. And she only took 1 shot. So that was it for Seattle. That accounted for their 91 points. But then you go down to the Sparks, and your 4 main, what should I say? Scorers, I guess. I was thinking of something else, but I couldn't figure out what to say. Dearica Hamby had 19 points. Azare Stevens had 15. Plum had 20, and most of that was in the second half. She didn't score very much in the first half. Cameron Brink had 14. She hit 2 3-pointers. Took 2 and hit them. She was also 5 for 6 overall. So good. You know, and she only played 10 minutes. That's really good. She also had 5 rebounds, an assist, a turnover, 2 steals, and a block. They only had 3 blocks. Which they had like, I don't know how many the other game. They had a lot of blocks. Let's see here. So, Rakia. I guess it's Rakia. That's what they were saying on the... I've heard it said Rakia and Rakia. So, I think it's Rakia. Anyway, she didn't shoot very well. She was 3 for 12, 25%. But she did hit 2 threes. She was 2 for 5 in the 3 department. She had 9 points, 2 turnovers, an assist, and a rebound. And she played 37 minutes. She was in there practically the whole time. And this was a back-to-back for them. I'm surprised they didn't sub out more, but then again, they were behind, so they had to come from behind, and they probably didn't feel like they could sub too much. So Hamby, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. She had 3 turnovers. She also had 2 blocks. She was 8 for 13, and a lot of them were layups. You know, that's the thing that Seattle gives up layups. Their defense is not swarming. It's not, their help defense isn't very good, and they give up layups. You'll see that when you see teams give up a lot of layups. It's because their help defense isn't good, and that's just communication and just hustle. She was 0 for 2 from 3, but she was 3 for 3 from the line. And then you have Stevens. She hit all 3 3-pointers she put up. And there was one that was like, I couldn't believe it went in. It was way on the side, and there was someone right in her face, and it just went up, and it was like, oh my God, that went in. But she was 6 for 8 overall. She had 8 rebounds and assists, but she had 4 turnovers and 1 steal. She had 15 points. And then you had Kelsey Plum. She had 20 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. She was 5 for 5 from the line, 3 for 7 from 3. She was 6 for 12 overall. That's 50%. That's pretty darn good. So the one thing I saw about Plum, she can get frustrated sometimes and force things. She didn't in this game, and it was funny, they were talking about, she had, I guess someone interviewed her, and she was talking about letting the game just flow to her. You know who does that really well? Sonia Citron. She's going to be a great player in this. I mean, she already is, but she's a rookie. She does that really well. So does Paige Beckers. They let the game come to them. Julie Alaman had 5 points. She had that key steal in the last 5 seconds of the game. She had 3 of them overall, 3 turnovers. She had 8 assists, 2 rebounds. She was 2 for 4, which is 50%. 1 for 3 from 3. And then Cameron Brink, 14 points. She fouls a little too much, though. She did that in college, too. She's got to just watch her fouls. She had a block, 2 steals, a turnover, an assist, 5 rebounds. She was 100% from 3, 100% from the line, 5 for 6 overall. So that increased their percentages. Julie Van Loo came in. She was quite the spark plug, which she was in the Valkyries. That's why we were so unhappy to see her leave. She's, she doesn't really score that much, but she's a little, the Energizer Bunny running around there. She ended up with 4 points. She got 3 steals. She had 3 turnovers, 2 assists. She was 1 for 2 from the line, 1 for 2 from 3, 1 for 2 overall. Ray Burrell, 8 points, 3 assists, a rebound, and she was 3 for 7 overall, 2 for 3 from 3. So that gives you the whole breakdown of each team, and Seattle has now dropped to 16-16, and the Sparks are 15-16. So I know that the Sparks have some tough games coming up, so we'll see how they fare through those. This is going to be interesting. I'll tell you that. Boy, some exciting games. Okay, that's it for this one, and we'll see you next time.